What's the challenge that you really see when you do these high value trades? Obviously, there's going to be a huge amount of risk associated with it.
If I get an inquiry, I have a questionnaire of 5 to 7 questions. Is this for which country? How many days shelf life you want?
Is this something that you learned over doing this business over a period of
My
time?
practical experience after losing.
What would be your quality parameters?
We have to procure very matured coconuts, which has a minimum 60 days harvest from the trees. Is mandatory for the exports.
Why coconuts? Coimbatore is famous for textiles.
To be frank, I don't have any competitions in this market because we have to be very consistent and very active day to day.
If the business is that profitable, why do you think there is less competition in this area?
Profit is only.
Hello everyone, welcome to Homebrew Studios. I'm your host Vijay Praveen Kumar, and today we have with us Prithvi is an agripreneur, not something that we often hear like an entrepreneur. So I want to talk to him and try and understand what his business model looks like. What does Coconut Company do on a day-to-day basis, and how has their business been successful? Welcome Prithvi, welcome to the show.
Hello Vijay, it's very happy to connect with you and share my experience in Homebrew Studios.
It's a pleasure talking to you. So Prithvi, let's talk about your business model. First thing that I heard about Coconut Company was the way that you export coconut to different countries. If I remember correctly, you export to more than 28 countries globally.
Yeah.
So how has this growth been, and what really is your business model? How do you procure coconuts, and how do you go about this business?
Actually, the basic model of this business is to take our coconuts to all around the world. Presently, until in 2025 December, I have been exported more than 28 countries. This model works on in my day-to-day life, as you asked. My morning starts with a lot of messages inbox because most of the Europe buyers and the buyers from US and Canada, they all connect with me at midnight in my WhatsApp calls. So after that, my day starts at morning 6 or 7. My inbox will be always full. So I have to reply on all the messages. To be frank, I don't have any competitions in this market because we have to be very consistent and very active day to day. If I'm not active in this market for 1 week, people will forget me because the prices fluctuate daily. So I have to keep on updating my buyers on the daily prices, and also I have to share the forecast of next upcoming days. The prices is going to down or going to high on various causes, depends on rain, local demand and export demands. So I have to keep on updating my buyers on the prices. My procurement would be happening with more than 5,000 farmers. I cannot able to connect with all of them directly, so I have my procuring team. Procuring person would be connected with 42 local traders. That local traders, each and every trader would be connected with minimum 30 farmers to 200 farmers personally with them. So the structure is each and every farmer will give to the coconuts to their local trader. That local trader will give to my procurement person. He will supply me the coconuts.
Okay. And from there on, what do you do to reach the end customer? How do you ship this internationally?
After purchasing the coconuts and taking to our pack houses, we segregate them depends on the specification of the buyer. Each country has different specifications. For example, most of the Arab countries ask for 13 kg, which is 520 grams average coconut, the medium size. Whereas Iran asks for the bigger size. UK and also all the European countries and US ask for the bigger size. So we completely segregate the coconuts. Depends on the specification, we pack them. Before committing the order, we always check the vessel detail. What is the vessel? Our nearer port is Cochin. So we prior ask for the vessel schedule. For example, this month is December. We had 5 vessel schedules for Jebel Ali, Dubai, and 2 connecting vessel for Europe. We don't have vessel directly to Europe, so it will go to Colombo. From Colombo, it takes to Europe. So this month we had 2 vessel schedules for Europe and 5 for Jebel Ali. So before itself, like in the exam pattern, we have that schedule. This month what ships coming to this port and where what. So depends on that. We fix the date and prior we start working after confirming the order.
I want to continue on the same note and try and understand. You always talk about being on the ground. So when you mean by being on the ground, are you talking about being with the procurement specialist while they procure, or are you talking about going along with your consignments to the shipping yard, making sure that the coconuts are shipped? I mean, what really do you mean by being on the ground?
Being on the ground, what I mean is in the procurement side. Because if we make mistakes, any small mistake in the procurement side, then everything will be collapsed. Our 90% of the work is over by procuring the good quality coconuts. If a mistake is made there, then it will reflect until it goes to the destination places.
So who really takes that risk? When I say risk, I'm talking about if the coconut is of not good quality, it's the risk of the contact that you have with, right? So it's not with the farmers. It's more on you.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Interesting.
So still now, each and every day morning 7 o'clock, I start from home. It doesn't matter I do 100 container, 200, even not a container. I start my day at 7. I have my breakfast, pack my lunch, have Arika plate in my hands, in my car. I go to the places where the de-husking happen. The same process I'm doing for long. I cannot employ a person. Even if I employ, still I have to cross-check the quality parameters.
So what would be your quality parameters?
In the coconut export industry, only for exports, we have to procure very matured coconuts, which has a minimum 60 days harvest from the trees, is mandatory for the exports. And after that, for UAE, we need 20 days shelf life. So we have to dehusk after 60 days. We have to dehusk after 1 week. For other Saudi countries like Bahrain, Qatar and all, we need a 45 days shelf life. So we need to dehusk after 15 days from the date of harvest.
I'm going to have to stop you there and try and understand what is dehusking.
Dehusking is the process where the coconut husk is removed and only the semi-husked coconut we get in hand. That husk will be going to the processing of cocoa pith and fiber.
And you take that work of dehusking from, that happens in India basically, right?
Yeah, in the local. But I cannot communicate each and every person. So I have a team that I will communicate to my procurement team. They will communicate with the local trader. That local trader will organize this dehusking persons and farmers, and they do all the process for us. It's like a job work. So people misunderstand that each and every work would be taken care by a company. It is not possible for any company to do that. So we have to separate the work and we have to create a team to do the separate work like processing, procurement, logistics, everything. We need to have a team, but at a startup stage it's very hard to pay them if we hire a team. So we can always, I used to say, we can give a job work for the person who is doing well. We can give a job work and a small commission for them, so they will take care of all the, it's like a freelancing, not a permanent job, but as a freelancing. At the early stages of startup, the company cannot provide a big salary for the team, so we can opt the freelancing persons who work for us.
So the procurement specialist that you're talking about, I believe, when you talk about job works and all of that. So what is their skill set? Do they have to know the local market better? Like, how would one become a procurement specialist in your company?
More than 10 to 15 years of experience, I believe them.
In the same industry?
In the same industry.
Okay.
For processing, he has experience more than 20 years. That my person has below him nearly 150 people working. He's like a HR in the modern world. He supplies all the special people for all the packages around Pollachi. He takes a certain percentage of job work for the job work. He takes that money, but he manages all the 150 people.
Okay.
He is very experienced. He is very organized. He don't drink. A very nice person who's a leader of the team.
Okay.
Anyone can in Pollachi or surrounding places can hire him.
Interesting. That also leads me to another question. Why coconuts? We are in Coimbatore. Coimbatore is famous for textiles on one area, and then coconuts as well. But why the specific coconuts? And is it just going to be coconuts, or do you have any plans on branching out?
Why coconuts? Is because the Pollachi coconuts are very opt for the exports. We have coconuts all around India and West Bengal, Gujarat, Karnataka. Karnataka is leading in India in the coconut production. Tamil Nadu is second place. Kerala is the pioneer for the coconuts. But unfortunately, it has came to Tamil Nadu. Now the Karnataka has the highest production. We are located in Coimbatore. As government has announced one district, one product as coconut for Coimbatore. So it's very easy for us to procure, and the processing persons, and the port is very near to us, the Cochin port. So already the quality matches, and the surrounding things like labor problem, no labor problem, and the transportation is very easy. So all these factors I consider and take this product as my main business.
Okay, a quick follow-up on that.
Okay.
You mentioned one district, one product.
Yeah.
And this is a government scheme. So what are the advantages that you get through the scheme?
It's not about the scheme. Government in all over India, more than 400 districts, government has announced a specific product of the district. For example, if Dindukal has that locker, and Dharmapuri districts has millets. Each and every district have their own identity products. They give them GI, now state government give them GI tag, central government give them the one district one product. They promote their products. They give lot of schemes. For example, example, in coconut we get around in RODTP scheme we get 2.5% payback if we do exports. In the invoice bill we get the government is providing us 2.5% or 3% payback to us. Like that, government is trying to promote the exports and our products to the world. So in all over India, each and every district have their identity products. Government will conduct workshops related to that. They give a lot of supports like logistic supports, insurance supports for our exports through ECGC and DGFT we can register, APIDA, everything. They conduct lot of workshops and give good exposure for the people in the districts to promote their products.
This is great. This is great support from the government to get this business going. I think this is very important and crucial for the success of any business, given this day and age. Now, let's talk about the other side of it. We've talked about the, supply chain from India. Now, you've been exporting for 28 countries now. What's the challenge that you really see when you do these high-value trades? Obviously, there's going to be a huge amount of risk associated with it, right? In terms of the delivery dates, missing timelines, and all of these. So what is the risk associated with it? And what do you really see as the number one challenge when you do these sort of trades?
Number one challenge is the quality standard. Because if I get an inquiry, previously I've shown you, I have a questionnaire of 5 to 7 questions. I put the questions on. If someone asks me, I need prices for export, I stop them and I ask, is this for which country? How many days shelf life you want? If he says it's for Dubai, again my second question is it for Dubai or you have a plans of re-exporting it from Dubai to other nearby countries, other Saudi countries like Bahrain or Qatar? Because Dubai quality is only for Dubai. If they need for Qatar and Bahrain and have an idea of re-exporting, we have to give that little bit premium quality. If they have plans for Europe, little bit higher prices and we give the top premium quality. If they need to put the coconut in the cold storage, we need to give them only the brown coconuts. That will not absorb the moisture and the fungus problem will not come only with the brown coconuts. So I clearly ask them for which the destination country is. But lot of people make mistake that they don't ask the destination country and the shelf life and the days of transit. So they do only the common quality, same quality, but the problem arises there.
Is this something that you learned over doing this business over a period of time?
My practical experience after losing certain things, I learned it. Then only I realized that if Cochin to Dubai, it's only 5 days transit through ship. But if it goes to UK, it takes nearly 40 days. Okay. By looking the map, then only I see the trade routes. It's very long transit, so we need to ask. Even the customer don't know, we need to ask them and give them the best quality.
And do you have control over choosing the trade routes?
I have the full control of trade routes. Most of the trade route for Saudi countries, it goes through Cochin port. But for all the Europe countries, it goes through Mundra port or Gujarat Mundra port or through Sri Lanka Colombo.
Interesting. This is a different business area for someone who's coming from a IT background to sit and understand what you're talking about. I might sound a bit beginner of some sorts when I ask some certain questions. That is because I'm trying to understand your business better. So what sort of an ROI are we looking at here? Firstly, what's the turnover that you do on a monthly basis or a yearly basis? And what sort of an ROI can someone expect doing this business?
My investment, if I say the numbers...
No, you don't have to tell me the numbers, but then you can give me a ballpark.
All the angel investors would be standing in my front of home.
Oh, okay.
Because what I invested last year, I have done into 250 times. This year projection is into 500 times with no debts.
Okay.
Invested into 500 times is what I'm this year projection. Last year into 250 times with the proven GST returns and balance sheet.
So if the business is that profitable, why do you think there is less competition in this area?
Profit is only 0.5% to 3%.
Okay.
If starting stages people keep 0.5% is the profit, no one would come inside and do. Because it's a volume business. We can earn profit only in the long term. In the short term, if it is a profitable, then everyone would be coming inside this and swimming along.
Okay.
So it's a long process. We have to wait for 3 years or 5 years, maybe 10 years. Not only this business, any business we come into, we have to add the values for our company and trustability, share the knowledge, contribute to the society, as well as just guiding the students, going for the public events. Everything is combined, only the business can succeed. Only if I have the money motto, I would have not come anywhere around that small circle. I have a thought of just giving good hands for the youngsters, especially the college students, the public farmers, to create awareness. Even next Tuesday, 30 farmers coming from Tanjavur district. No one committed in Pollachi, I committed them. Apart from money, that gives us more satisfaction to guide the farmers and guide the students as well. Until now, I mentored more than 30,000 students in India.
Wow.
30,000 students in India. I traveled a lot of colleges, universities, and upcoming also I'm going to travel. All the colleges, I never got any single rupee of money. If they pay a small amount of money, they put it in a cover. I ask the HOD or the person to pay the fees for the student whose background is who cannot pay the fees. Just support him. I never taken single rupee from anyone.
Okay. That also shows the kind of interest that students have towards agriculture nowadays, right? Now, that brings me to another question.
Okay.
How did you start, with Coconut Company? See, that you could have chosen any business, right? But why did you start this one? And what's your background before choosing this one?
I did my UG from the local college. Then after that, I got an opportunity to work in Australia for years. After I went to Australia, I didn't got my visa extended. I didn't got my PR because my age is very less. At the age of 22, 23, the points were very less. So I had two options. One, to return back India. Another option, to whatever money I earned, again to invest and to get a degree. But what I thought was, if I put the whole money what I earned under 2 years, then after 3-4 years my hands will be zero. So why better we can go back India. Whoever chosen in abroad never return back most of the times, because they used as a pattern and safe. The money is very safe, monthly salary. They never return back because they cannot face this original world in India. I returned back. Within 10 days, I left my home and I joined a company in Coimbatore, a good business person. I choose a business person not for the money, just for the experience. That Anna guided me very well in creating the company structure, the exports, and the public forums. I got a good exposure. That's my second job. Then my parents were get into some personal accidents, so I was about to with them. Then again I tried for abroad. Then COVID came. Then I tried 5 businesses. This is my 5th business, including the job. This is my 8th business, 4th year.
So what's the learning that you've brought in from all these, trial and error businesses, in the past? That has helped you in this one?
In the before business, what I learned, I did a coconut oil business, which is the most favorite business for the south side all people. But at that time, I don't have that much of exposure and things we can learn in YouTube or the people. I got in a famous courier, I packed, and to surprise, within 2-3 months, I got 1,000 liters orders. If I would have continued that, it would be a very big brand now. But unfortunately, the logistics didn't support it at that time. But now it was very well developed. People have some protocols to do the oil items in the logistics. I failed in that. Then I got, I'm a mechanical major. So I have a passion of vintage cars. So I have been into the restoration. Then that failed. Then cocoa pit, coconut processing, that copra, then only finally into coconut exports.
Okay. So you've been into a lot of things, let's say coconut, and then you chose this particular venture. That's amazing. That's a good story as well.
Even if it is failed, even after 10 times, I would be trying new business only. That's the attitude we should have. Even fail, we should turn back and just walk forward and forget the past.
Okay. That also leads me to another question. What would be your advice to the budding entrepreneurs from Coimbatore?
Coimbatore is naturally, as a previous person who has succeeded, very good place because less competition is in Coimbatore compared to big cities. Coimbatore and entrepreneurs, I strongly advise them to give a good global presence in the global platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and also to talk in more colleges as guest roles like TEDx talks and talk with some big universities in their function. Please try to collaborate with the public as well as
building connections.
Building more connections, network. Just don't focus only on the business and money. Also give something back to the society that also will convert as a business to you at somewhere.
Giving back to the society is what Prithvi says should be the motive of not just the profits, but then also giving back to the society. That's what Prithvi says for budding entrepreneurs. So Prithvi, there is also a popular question amongst budding entrepreneurs, especially from Coimbatore region, they do have a lot of ideas, right? But how do they convert ideas to action? Initially, they might not have the capital as one would expect, but if they want to convert ideas to action, where do they start and how do they structure this?
It was a nice question that I receive more than 10 messages per day that from the age category of 18 to 30, maybe 35. They always ask, sir, I need to start the business. What can I do? I need to do export, like that. For them, I'm saying, just finalize your thing, what you're going to do. If you have 10 ideas of taking, I'm going to do a coconut business, coir business, textile business, importing from China the machineries. From home, you're doing home garden. Whatever things you have in your mind, just write it down. Because what I have write it down is 11 businesses, 11 business models I have written in the note. Each business model, I cannot go inside the direct manufacturing at my starting early stages because I don't have capital. So for in the each product what I have selected, I met 3 to 5 people who can give me as a job work, who can work for me. Freelancing. In that one product is coconut. Another 10 products I have in the list, but I haven't touched that. So whatever products have in your mind, you just note it down. Each product you meet 2 to 3 people in person who's existing in the business. Ask them that if you start the business, they are okay to do white label for you. The important thing is white label for you. Whoever have the same mindset with you, work with them. So it doesn't matter. You need to have a very big capital to enter into the business things. Even if you have 2,000 or 3,000 in your pocket, you start creating content in your LinkedIn and post videos. But always stick with the ideas which you love most. It doesn't matter. It can be making biscuits. If you are a pet lover, just make some pet decorations, pet foods of your own. If you have a baby, you can do baby foods of your own home, organic foods. Whatever things you have ideas, you just write it down and execute with existing players in the market as a white label. It's a starting point of the business to start, where I was also started.
A quick follow-up on that.
Okay.
Why is white label important?
In my scenario, I'm saying, I have introduced a product of frozen graded coconuts. For that manufacturing, I need around 3 crores of investment and a separate structure. 50 people have to work, but I have to concentrate in my exports also. I have that product also in my list, but my friend had a company who's already running that business. So I asked my friend, I'm not going to invest 3 crores or 5 crores. Why you can do for me? I give the coconut company, packing everything to you. You manufacture and give it my name. He's giving me. I'm saying it open. Whatever product you buy in the market, even if you buy a water bottle, famous water bottle, if you turn around, only the brand is that bottle that would be manufactured in the local areas of your area. So it doesn't matter that you have to own a manufacturing unit to get that business or product out. You can also outsource that product and ask them to do in your white label. This thing and this thought, most of them think and they feel guilty to ask with some other, but you don't believe all the famous brands do that. Even if you drink Pepsi, it's not manufactured in US, it's manufactured in Tamil Nadu. If you the Maggi, biscuits, water bottles, whatever, you just turn around and see, it is manufactured very locally. They do white label for the big companies.
This is a good learning for people starting out because one good example that you just mentioned about some of the companies, right? The taste would be really different. The same company, the same product would taste really different in different countries, and that's because of the white labeling. This has been a wonderful conversation with Prithvi. It's a different business. It's a different business genre. We've learned a lot today as well on how Coimbatore facilitates the coconut company and its export over to 28 plus countries all over the world. Prithvi, this has been an amazing conversation. Thank you so much for accepting our invite and being here. It's a pleasure hosting you on the show.
Yeah, thank you, Ajay.
Thank you so much, viewers, for listening to this podcast with another guest. I'll meet you soon. Thank you all.